Meeting called to order of September the 11th, 2023. Please rise for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You want to still stay standing, please? Let's have a moment of silence for those who died on 9/11/2001 at the World Trade Center. Okay. So, Michelle, you call the roll, please?
Shaw.
Here.
Hart.
Here.
Cronin.
Here.
Adair.
Here.
Ballard.
Here.
Suds.
Here.
Pelkey.
Here.
Okay. You've had time to look at the agenda. Can we get an approval?
Mr. President, I'll move the agenda be accepted as presented.
Support.
Motion by Ballard, supported by Shaw. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion's approved. Okay, citizens' comment. Would anybody like to comment?
I would.
Okay, please stand, state your name. You have 3 minutes to state your business.
Marvin Eldon Mahaffey, I live in the village of Armada. Mr. Ross is already, Ross already gave me a clue as to why we cannot put a vehicle in our yard and keep it there for sale until it's sold. I don't agree with that law. Or ordinance, I don't believe it is a law. Now, another issue I have is why a police officer can pull into my yard and call me an effer and tell me to get the F away from him and get away with it. 3802 is my rights as a United States citizen to uphold my rights. It's my property, I pay the taxes on it, and I need to know who is pulling in my yard and identifying themselves as a police officer. A vehicle that is unduly marked can pull in my yard and say they're a police officer, and they can be dressed as a police officer and be a phony. And that's about all I got to say for tonight.
Okay, thank you for your comments. Are there any other citizens' comments? Moving on. There's no presentations tonight. Could I have the administration reports? Who would like to go first?
Go first.
Mr. Milton.
I will make sure that I get, go through all of my water facilities in preparation for the village insurance inspector. It's coming out Friday.
I think so.
I don't believe I have any issues, but I'm just gonna go and check all the facilities, make sure everything is in order.
Excuse me, but not that certainly you can go, but is Dave also going to make sure these are in order?
I've talked to Dave about it. He's aware that the inspection.
Well, I would like to have him there with any insurance person. It would seem that that would be.
Right, I was gonna do this in advance of the insurance inspector coming out, just to make sure stuff is squared away. But I will ask Dave if he can accompany me, I'm sure he will.
He knows about it. I've already
Yeah.
talked to him about it. He was gonna be taking him around.
Yeah.
I gotta turn my hearing aids down here a little bit.
I'm glad you're-
Control.
I'm
I'm
glad
not
you're
making a
working.
call, I'm not texting, but I have to turn it up louder when I'm watching TV, and I gotta turn them down now.
I got the same thing. Yours works, mine
So,
doesn't.
excuse me, thank you.
Nope.
Go ahead, Ross.
The fire department, Chief Quatchy had come in several months ago and talked about a ISO inspection. That did get delayed. I've heard nothing yet on new inspection dates, so I'll get back with the fire department. The support of the village water department in that inspection was pretty important. I don't know when it is at this point. We did have the semi-annual generator maintenance performed on all of the village generators, wastewater treatment plant, water treatment plants, generator, and the well house generators, and everything was in good order. That also included the township generators, because we've got a joint contract. So the good news is everything is in good shape, ready for the fall and winter.
Now, who
No.
checks those generators?
Cummins is under contract to do that. We do get a brief out by Ed, the maintainer, and he indicated that all of our generators are operating they're in good shape and they're operating as expected.
Okay, so Cummins does come out there.
Cummins does come out, and they finished all of those here in August. I did request an update from UIS SCADA on the delivery of our variable frequency drive for well house number 7. Didn't get an answer yet, so I'm a little irritated by that. I'll poke him in the eyeball. I asked him last week. So we need to know that because of the planned water tank cleaning the first week of November. We want that VFD in, calibrated, running well before we take the water tank out of operation for a week. I also requested an update from our DTE liaison, Phil, on the Romeo substation. Romeo substation is what's supposed to handle the load for Armada when Armada goes down. He has indicated that that was one of the reasons why, when we had the recent power outages, we didn't get backup power right away. It took us 2.5 days to get power back, because that Romeo substation is not yet complete. Asking, okay, when is it gonna be complete? No answer, so I'm gonna poke Phil in the eyeball too and say, get me an answer here. And last, we did confirm that with SEMCOG that they are available to conduct the briefing that we've been talking about on the 23rd of October at 6 o'clock. So not the first meeting in October, but the second meeting in October. So I'll work with Michelle, get it scheduled.
So, that day, they're gonna put the presentation on at 6 o'clock, so
Just like a budget meeting.
hopefully everybody will be able to be here.
I think it'll be interesting.
Okay,
That's all I have.
thank you, Ross. Anybody else?
We had our insurance, they came in for their annual, discussion about stuff, so, we're really good on our work comp, rating. It's below 1, so it's like 0.79, which is fabulous. And our, liability and property pool is also good. It's not quite that low, but it's in a good range. I did have Dave come and meet with him while he was here, and he went with Dave down to the DPW garage. According to Dave, he was very happy with the way things are looking down there. Everything looked to be in good order. But he did suggest that we get a, I don't know what it's called, but it's
Flammable liquids.
flammable liquids cabinet, because there's gas cans laying around. So that might be coming to you, it will be out of budget, this year.
Could you pass that on to Dave to look into that?
Yeah, Dave was the one that told me, so
Okay.
Dave's gonna get some prices. I don't know how much it's gonna be, I can't imagine it's gonna be, a huge amount of money, I don't know how much.
$1,500.
Yeah, I was gonna say about 15.
Yeah.
Price.
So,
I
I mean, I don't know, we probably could push it off till next year before he comes back, but I think that's the only thing that he saw. But he was very, very informative, because he used to work for
Ocean.
OSHA. So, yeah, so he gave me a lot of, things to watch out for and stuff, so he's a new guy,
I don't
new
think
to
we
us.
should ignore our insurance people.
No, I don't think so either. So Dave is getting prices, hopefully we'll come back to the next meeting.
It's gotta be cheaper to get a fire cabinet than to a new garage.
Yeah,
That'll be
probably.
That's right.
A
Yep,
little bit.
yep.
You never know.
Is that?
Yep, that was it.
Steve, you got something?
Everything's running good at the sewer plant, and,
Let's leave it at that.
Yes, yep.
Chris?
A few things, so the Lathrop Street project is moving now to the, we're through the award phase. The award winner has now presented us with their bond information and whatnot, so now the last thing is to get their detailed schedule.
Okay.
And then we got our Act 51 mileage for the year. Our certified mileage is major road at 2.64 and local at 4.57, no changes. So,
Local didn't go up a little bit.
oh, she said, it says, you're certain, no changes were requested during this time.
Yeah, it should went up just a little bit.
Yeah, it should have.
If it was a trade-off though.
Okay, so, that covers you, Chris?
Yeah.
Joe?
Police action report for August of 2023. Traffic tickets issued were 26. Driving while license suspended, 1. Assault, 1 domestic with an arrest. Assist Armada Township Fire inside the village, 7 times. Assist other agencies, 10, Macomb County Sheriff's Department in Armada Township. Suspicious situation was 1. Civil dispute was 3 incidents. Alarm for an open door was 2. Domestic disturbance was 2. Juvenile-related issues were 3. Mental distress situation, 2. Miscellaneous calls for service were 13. Missing person calls were 2. Lost and found property was 8. That's good. That's good recovery. Retail fraud, 1. Actual fraud, 1. Motor vehicle incidents, 1. As of March 31st, 2023, miles on the patrol car, 431 equals 90,551. Miles on 432, the F-150 equal 28,882. 433 unmarked Dodge vehicle, 63,234 miles.
Joe, can we change that as of March, as of August 31?
Yeah.
It's
August.
Yeah.
Didn't even catch that.
August.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, thanks, Bob.
Don't wanna read that last statement there too?
The state of Michigan has required all police officers to attend 8 hours of active shooter training. 1 have,
I have it scheduled. I think is what it's supposed to be.
I have it. It is scheduled with M. Coles on September 30th, 2023 at Armada High School, and by I is the chief. The annual Department of Firearms qualification was completed in August at the Macomb Sheriff Range in Mount Clemens. Armada only has to provide the ammunition, and the Sheriff Department provides the facility and the instructor.
Okay, does that cover you, Joe?
That covers.
Okay, is there any other commission reports? Mike?
No, just that, on our next planning commission, they're gonna, as I see in the minutes, she's got a flower shop that she's proposing over by Vinkner's there,
Okay.
so that'll be on our agenda.
You guys have a phone shop again.
Yeah.
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 Okay. You have anything, Ann? Okay, moving on then to our consent agenda. What do we have, council?
Mr. President, I'll move the consent agenda be accepted as presented.
Support.
Motion by Ballard, supported by Clark. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Moving to old business. The diesel tank.
Well, I provided everybody with what the insurance company sent. Trying to find what Jeff printed out, but, basically it's $865 for 2 years, $450 for 1 year. I think I told you guys last time that Foster is now gonna charge $60 a month for that diesel tank
Right.
as well. When I told Dave about that, Wagner, he's like, oh, they're supposed to be charging us that all along, and I said, well, they haven't, because I didn't even know about the tank. So, along with that $865 for 2 years, which is about a price, there'll be a $60 a month rental fee.
As of current, there's no retro.
No.
We're not going back at all.
Oh, no, I would hope they can, but I have not heard that yet. I don't remember the numbers, Ann, do you remember the numbers? I think, we were talking about the gallons and,
Well, the tank is
I think she,
500
do you
gallons.
have that one?
Yes,
Yeah,
they have to fill that thing 7 times per year.
approximately, yeah.
Right, well, it's just filled 7 times per year. And the cost of the rental is gonna be $720 per year, and the insurance is gonna be an additional $1,200
Per year?
per year, right. And so,
865?
Well, hang on a second.
865.
There might be something that I missed on that
Plus 65
865 that I
Yeah, you
gave
got
you.
865 for 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was just $450 for 1 year on the insurance.
Yep.
Oh, there's another $200 for, you have to purchase a terrorism coverage,
Right.
$200.
What kind
So-
of coverage?
Terrorism,
That's 600 a year.
yeah.
So, really, what
That's part of the number.
what do you think we should do about this diesel tank, Council?
I really don't think that we should invest in this. You know, if you look at it, they can always go up here at the end of the shift and fill it up. And if that doesn't work, we can always go on out to 32 Mile Roads, they have generators out there, they can get all the diesel they want out there at that place. So, you know, I don't think that this is a good investment for us.
So,
I would
do
say
we?
I'm with Lyle.
Yeah.
I think they can keep a small amount of diesel and some fuel cans, not to exceed a certain amount. I think the insurance would not be overly concerned about that. I think that's probably the way to do it for true emergencies, and then otherwise, Lyle's saying they got 32 Mile, or they could get the village station that they could fill up.
So, do we have do we need a motion to get rid of the fuel tank? Do we give it back to Foster?
I don't take it out. I think there's a $75 charge to take.
What?
I think there's a $75 charge to take it
I
out.
don't think
Well,
it's something.
so be it. I mean,
Well,
Yeah.
we-
But,
so,
yeah.
I
and
think.
I don't, based on, you said we'd have to fill it 9 times?
Seven.
Seven.
That's what we did in 2022, 23. That was, yeah, we filled it 7 times. So that's the average that we really have to go
And
by.
most of them times we can fill them up and down.
So-
But with this new situation, you're spending at least $1,100 or $1,300 for
Nothing.
nothing. You're not getting any
Right.
fuel, nothing.
Right.
So I think we need to just do away with it.
So could I have a motion that says that we would do away with it? And- oh,
I do, Michelle, correct me if I'm wrong, I thought I saw that we do have an agreement already with them though for that tank, although
We
they
do,
weren't
but
charging.
that one did not have a charge on it. This
Okay.
new one that they provided, the second time they submitted one for the gas tank and the diesel, that's where it was included.
Okay.
I will need to look at that closer to make sure, because they may come back and say, well, you've had it for 3 years, I want, $60 a month.
I don't,
No, they're not gonna
We'll
get it.
tell them to look at the original
I
contract.
doubt it, I will have to pull it up. It was in last week's, if anybody
You
has
actually
it.
even have a contract? On the
They just
original?
said
We had a
that.
contract.
We did, that was signed in
Right.
2020.
And does it say $60?
I don't believe it does. I don't believe it
I
does.
don't remember the being amount,
Right.
it was all part of the work
Right.
done on
Yeah,
sewer.
yeah, because that happened because the tank was put at the sewer plant when the work was going on.
Right.
When COVID hit, all the gas stations were closed, so it made sense at that,
Utilize it because it was there.
So move it over to the DPW. And that was a contract, Steve signed that contract, and that was that Thunder?
I don't know.
So that one is what's in effect. Moving forward with an agreement, I think they would have wanted us to sign a new one. And I'm pretty sure it didn't have on that first one. It was in last week's, the last packet, so,
Yeah, I don't recall.
I don't,
yeah.
But one other thing though, I don't know how much fuel is in
I
that.
was gonna say, how
Gotta
much
let
is in it?
Dave know, so he's pumping that down, so Foster doesn't just come and grab it and
Right.
get some free fuel.
Well, that,
So,
after
before
we
we
make,
submit to Foster's, we should get confirmation from Dave that it's empty and ready to go.
Yes.
but, after we make the motion, and if it passes, then, you know, Dave will be advised tomorrow to, you know, to use that up.
Okay.
Not that we won't fill it, but anyhow, I guess I should have a motion to dispose of this thing.
Mr.
Or
President, I make a motion then that we.
Wait.
Hold on, hang on
No, I
a
was just
second.
gonna say,
Please
says,
have last
there is a delivery and pickup fee of $150, 75 each way, so it might be, I guess you could interpret that it would be
Yeah.
$150
It
to
could be
have
up
that
to
pickup.
100.
That's,
I take it that it'd be
Right.
75, because they're.
Maybe
picking
one
it
way.
up. Either way, we wanna get rid of it.
yes.
And it's they own the tank.
well, we save $75, they also charge 75 to relocate, and I don't think they charge, but
Yeah.
probably shouldn't say that on camera, but,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't see anything in here that has anything regarding termination, you know, that there's any charge for terminating. This is the old.
Okay,
There
all
might
right,
be
thank you.
something about so many days
Probably
in
money will
advance,
spend.
but
Yeah.
Sure. All right, so
Now
make a
go ahead,
motion that
Ross.
we not retain the diesel fuel tank and we return it as soon as it's empty.
Hold on, hold
and,
on, hold on. Do not retain diesel fuel tank
And return it to Foster's Oil,
and return
LLC, or whatever they are.
to Blue Water Foster or
Blue
something
Water
like that.
Foster's, yeah, as soon as it's empty.
Support.
Foster.
Motion by
Okay,
Belkey,
thanks, Diane.
supported by Shaw.
Need it? Okay.
Yeah, when. Okay, so not, to not retain diesel fuel tank and to return to Blue Water Foster Oil when tank is empty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this works out.
At, I'm sorry?
Just so council, this works out well because the 2020 licensing agreement provides that it renews 1 year, but it will renew October 27th of 2023, so
Oh.
this is perfect.
yeah.
Alright,
That'll allow, so, but we should give notice at least 30 days.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll
So
work out
let's
perfect.
give them notice tomorrow if this passes.
so should we say, alright, when tank
Determine
is,
to terminate it October 27th to 2023.
terminate 10/27/23. Okay,
And that does take time to use up that.
yes, yep, yep.
Okay, now, because there might be a cost in here, should we do this with a, you know?
Yeah, you can, I mean, it's within,
not
Don't pull the
necessary.
council on this.
I'm sure it's within
Yeah.
one of your spending limits.
Yeah.
Right.
But nonetheless, yes, we can.
Belkey,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes?
Conan,
Yes.
Adair,
Yes.
Sleds,
Yes.
Ballard.
yes,
Okay, motion's approved, we should let Foster know, and of course let Dave know.
Well, we'll let Dave know and he can let Foster know.
Okay.
This is his baby.
Let's make sure he does. that
Okay.
timely.
I'll come after the meeting.
I'm showing no new business. Do we have any upcoming agenda items?
We're gonna be bringing, Jeff and I gotta work on it a little bit. We're gonna try to set a public hearing to work on the,
Peddler and solicitor.
peddler and solicitor,
Or
ordinances. It's so outdated.
And you also you're working through the planning
I was gonna say,
commission on
you got
this?
through the planning commission or no?
No,
No.
no, it's
No.
just.
It does not.
I mean, it was mostly just because we need to raise the cost, on our solicitation permit. But that's set in ordinance, which we'll probably make separate from the ordinance, so we don't have to do a public hearing every time.
Now-
But, it's a very outdated and, you know, I sent it over to Jeff, it's not just 2 chapters, it's like 71 to 78 or something, so we just need to revamp it and update it.
Yeah, I mean, we talked to Chief Meyerly's predecessor, Chief Patrick had concerns over it, so it's kind of something that's been on
It's
the
been
back
going on,
burner, but
yeah.
it's just very dated and.
Yeah. Well, it talks about horse-drawn carriages delivery and stuff, so I don't, I mean, well, they might,
Not
you know,
quite
somebody
that
might bring one in, but, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, we don't want to discriminate.
Now,
I think we have Curtis in our
next
next
meeting
meeting for the
auditors.
auditors one.
now, upcoming agenda items, I don't know if it would be on next meetings, but we have the SEMCOG meeting. Now, well, that
No,
has,
that's in
It's
October.
October.
I know,
Oh, okay.
October 23rd.
Yep,
But will that have to be put on as a regular meeting, so that we have to post it as a special meeting?
What time is the meeting?
it's at
Oh,
6.
So
It
yeah,
probably-
you'll have, if there's gonna be a quorum of you
Yep.
present,
Yep.
you will,
We'll just make it
to
a
schedule,
special
well,
meeting.
at your next agenda, you should probably, have an agenda item that schedules this special meeting
Okay.
and direct Michelle to publish it.
Yeah.
To comply with the Open Meetings Act.
Okay.
So she'll have to, post it on the website
Yeah.
and post it on the door, just to make sure we get that set. That will give us plenty of time before,
Yeah.
the October meeting.
Kind of the same way we do with the budget
Yep.
meetings, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Are there any other upcoming agenda items? Are there any additional citizens' comments? Council comments? Okay. Community events?
Homecoming might be coming up before our next meeting.
29th of
September
September.
29th.
Yeah.
Public giving it.
And for any alumni that graduated between 1970 and 1989, that's one of those spots that we'll be meeting at the game. Wear your garb, if you've got any, varsity jackets that you still fit into.
Yeah, that's very discriminatory, not having people who graduated prior to that.
You can go anyways. This is a scheduled event for for that span of grades.
Okay,
And that's what day?
It's, well, a homecoming game, and then we have an actual reunion on the 30th planned, but if you
okay.
just wanna go to the
Where's
game.
that?
Bell's something in Almont. I think it's the old high school. Yeah. So, but they're doing a few events, but homecoming night is one of them, so. I'm gonna dig out my varsity jacket.
That's the real old high school where we played
Yeah.
at a while.
Yeah. We played it that one.
So, okay, any other community events? Okay. We have no closed session tonight, so could I have a motion?
The time is 7:29. I move to adjourn.
Support.
Motion by Ballard, supported by Clark. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's approved. Joe?
Hang on.
We didn't yet, no.